Why plastic might not be the villain you think it is. Not long ago, shocking images started making the rounds online. Massive swirls of plastic waste floating in the Pacific Ocean, an estimated 80,000 tons of it. They called it the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. A trash zone so huge it was said to be twice the size of Texas, 3 times the size of France, and supposedly even visible from space. The pictures were everywhere. An ocean turned into a landfill. It sparked outrage. People were furious. Plastic became public enemy number 1. Governments took action. Plastic bags were banned. Suddenly, using one was like committing a crime. The war on plastic had begun, and for many, it made sense. Plastic was killing wildlife, polluting the oceans, even showing up in our blood. So we decided it had to go, all of it. But here's the thing, those viral images, they didn't show the full picture, and getting rid of plastic entirely, that might do more harm than good. So how did we get it so wrong? It all comes back to the way information spreads today. We're flooded with headlines, photos, videos, non-stop. And in that flood, what rises to the top? Not the truth, but the most shocking version of it. One dramatic photo can go viral in minutes, even if it's misleading, while deeper, more complicated truths barely get noticed. It all started in 1997. Captain Charles Moore was sailing from Hawaii to California when he saw something strange. Bits of plastic everywhere, bottle caps, toothbrushes, broken fragments drifting on the surface, stretching for miles. It wasn't a mountain of trash. Not an island, not even a patch. It was more like a plastic soup, tiny pieces spread across the sea. So wide and scattered, you couldn't see it from a plane, let alone from space. There is no single photo of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, because it's not one place. It's a swirling system, shaped by ocean currents called gyres, slow-moving whirlpools that pull in plastic from all over the world and keep it trapped, forever moving. So yes, the problem is real. It's just not as simple as we were led to believe. And it's growing. Some studies say the patch is expanding by 2.5% every year, maybe even faster. But blaming it all on people not recycling? That's another oversimplification, because even if you toss plastic into a blue bin, only 10% of it actually gets recycled. The rest, it ends up somewhere else. So what now? Well, new ideas are already being tested, innovations that could help fix the mess we've made, because we can't just ban our way out of this. Plastic isn't the enemy. The real problem is how we use it, and how we throw it away. Rewritten YouTube script, the real problem with plastic and how we fix it. Plastic waste. It's everywhere, and if we're ever going to fix the problem, we first need to understand why it got so out of hand. When plastic was first invented, it was simple. The earliest kind, bakelite, came around in 1907. One material, tough, heat-resistant, mostly used in radios and electrical wiring, but that was just the start. Then came World War II. Plastic became vital, used in everything from parachutes to radar cables. After the war, industries saw the potential, and suddenly plastic was everywhere, in packaging, buildings, clothes, and hospitals. But to meet growing demand, manufacturers started creating new types of plastic, each one with different strengths for different jobs. And that's when things got complicated. Now, plastic isn't one material, it's hundreds. And when the recycling push began in the 1980s, we hit a problem. That's when those little numbers in the recycling triangle started showing up. They're called resin identification codes. They tell us what type of plastic something is and how hard it is to recycle. Type 1, like a water bottle, pretty easy. Type 6, like styrofoam, much harder. And most types, not recycled at all. There are 2 main ways to recycle plastic. Most of us know the first, mechanical recycling. Sort it, melt it, make something new. But here's the issue. It only works for the cleanest, simplest plastics, and if your bottle has a bit of ketchup left inside, it might get tossed. That's why the vast majority of plastic still ends up in landfills or the ocean. So people ask, why not just get rid of plastic entirely? Well, that sounds nice until you imagine life without it. No plastic means no modern transportation. Planes, cars, even buses rely on lightweight plastic parts. Without them, fuel costs rise. Travel becomes expensive, and some systems just stop working. Hospitals would be hit hard. No IV tubes, no sterile packaging, no safe syringes. Medicine gets less safe, less effective. Our food supply takes a hit too. Plastic keeps food fresh longer. Without it, millions of tons would spoil before reaching shelves. So no, plastic isn't the enemy. It's how we handle it that's broken. But change is happening. Meet Aduro Clean Technologies, a company with a new approach to plastic waste. They've developed something called hydrochemolytic technology, and it could be a game changer. Unlike mechanical recycling, this isn't about melting. It's about breaking plastic down to its core at the molecular level. Here's how it works. Plastic waste is shredded and mixed with water, a catalyst, and hydrogen. Then it's heated in a reactor. And what comes out? A clean, high-quality oil. That oil can be used to make brand new plastic, or even turned into fuel. And unlike older chemical recycling methods, Aduro's process runs at lower temperatures. That means it uses less energy and creates fewer emissions. It also solves a deeper problem. Right now, making new plastic means drilling for oil and gas. But with this tech, we can reuse what we've already made. Less extraction, fewer emissions. A smarter loop. This isn't just recycling. It's rethinking plastic entirely. Aduro is pushing for a circular economy, where plastic isn't thrown away, but brought back, again and again. After 12 years of research and 8 patents, they're now scaling up, building their pilot plant, turning lab breakthroughs into real-world impact. So no, plastic itself isn't bad. It's the way we've used it that needs to change. It's easy to point at images of ocean garbage patches and blame plastic. But this material powers almost every part of modern life, from food to medicine to the way we move around the world. And now with breakthroughs like this, we have better tools, smarter systems, real hope. So yes, reduce where we can, replace when it makes sense, but more importantly, rethink it. This isn't about choosing between plastic and the planet. It's about seeing the full picture, because if we want to solve the problem, we need to understand just how complex it really is.